So unit rate was yesterday, just finding the one of something. And then today we're going to find unit rate again, and we're going to do a table and a graph with it. So this is how we expand from 6th grade. We're going to be pros at graphing and the table. All right, the math is not hard. I know this is hard. All right, Benjamin, Adrian. Because you know nothing will make me happier than making you restart. Okay, so the math is not hard. Okay, page 3, página 3, page 3, page 3, page 3. The cost of 5 cereal boxes is $10. What is the cost of 1 cereal box? 1 cereal box. So, the dividing. What number goes outside? 5. What number goes inside? 10. So, because we're finding 1 cereal box, so this number, this outside number, has to be your boxes. Again, it's pretty easy right now to figure out which number goes outside. But like I remind you, some of you got number 10 wrong on yesterday's assignment because you flipped it. All right, so what's our unit price? How much per box? $2 per box. Good. Okay, now we're going to do a table. First thing we have to do is figure out what is our X values and what are our Y values. So, yes?
Do you have to take a picture and upload it or no?
Yeah. You guys, I didn't publish page 1 and 2, but 2nd and 3rd period had to turn it in yesterday. You're so lucky. You get turned in today. Okay, so X. Well, I'm sorry. Let's go back. What are the 2 things we're talking about in the problem? What is it? Cereal boxes. And what's the other thing we're talking about? What is it? Money. So the 2 things that we're talking about are money and cereal boxes. So what is my X value represent and what does my Y value represent? Your options are boxes and money. So what is your X and what is your Y?
X is boxes, Y is money.
So I heard both answers, right? Okay. Well, you said X was money and you said X is boxes, right? So it's very important we get it right. Okay, remember how I said yesterday the per one is very important? So what are we solving one of? Cereal boxes. Whatever you're solving one of, that's your X. So identifying what you're solving one of is what number goes outside, and it's your X. So we're solving for 1 box of cereal, so that means that X is your box because we're solving one of it. So whatever you're solving one of, 1 cereal box, that's your X. So the other one's your Y. So my other one is my money. So I label it. Yes, that's part of your grade, labeling it. X is your boxes. Okay, the super hard question of the day. If I buy 0 boxes of cereal, how much is that going to cost me? If I buy 1 box of cereal, 2. So this is your unit rate. Whatever you solve for, that goes always next to X is 1. So whenever, X is 1, that's your unit rate. 2 boxes? 3? 4? 5? 6? 10. Yeah. I always skip towards the bottom. But some kids want to do like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. This number's 14, Miss O'Malley.
I did that, but then I switched it.
Yeah, so in this whole packet, your last ones, I usually do like a skip. So be very careful. All you do is multiply it from here to here, here to here. All right. Now, what do you think I want you to put in that little line right there? Okay, what does this line mean in your graph, the one that goes this way? Is that your X or your Y? X. That's your X. And this one's your what? Your Y. Okay, so what do we label this? Not number-wise, but what does it represent? Boxes. And then what does this represent? Money. Okay. Your X's. You're going to count by ones, always. Don't do your Y's. Just do your X's. Do not do your Y's. Do your X's. Oh, and number the lines. So this line is 1. This line is 2. Can go to 10, but you want to make sure that your number is right on below the line. Do not put it in the middle of the box. That's mistake number 1. Don't do it. Okay, your Y's. Now you could go up by 1, but why would you? What do you think I want you to go up on your Y's by? 2's. Why?
Because it's 2 per box.
Yes, and 2 is my unit rate. So the easiest way to graph is to do your Y's, your unit rate. So whatever your unit rate is, that's what you use for your Y's. Your X's, your 1's, your Y's, your unit rate. When you are creating your graph. If someone else created your graph, it might not be that way. But if you're creating the graphs, go up by your unit rate. So I'm going to go up by 2. So let's do it. Each,
do the last one.
you don't? Each line is going to be 2. So do not put the 2 here. Put the 2 on the line. 2, 4, 6. Just like that. I'm going to zoom in so you see it before. I'm not done, but I want you to see what I'm doing so you can do it. So each line is worth 2. Each line is worth 2. 2, 4, 6. Oh, wait, you can do the last one. It goes up to 20. You're trying to do too many things at once. Focus on this. All right. So we set up our graphs. Wow, that's so beautiful. Look at that. Sunglasses. All right. Now we're going to graph. These are my ordered pairs. So this is 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 4, and so on. So these are my ordered pairs. So where's my first dot? 0, 0. Where is that? 0, 0. In 7th grade, that is the most important dot ever. Then 1, 2. So we go to X on 1, then go up to 2. That's the second most important dot in 7th grade. These 2 are the top 2 dots that you must know and understand. 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10, 6, 12, and 10, 20. Is it a straight line when you connect?
Yeah.
If it is not a straight line, we have a major problem. In 7th grade, we are looking for graphs that are straight lines. If they are not straight, we have a major, major, major problem. So for the next week, they should all be straight. Yes?
Why?
Because we're talking about proportions. And proportions means that we have a straight line. And if we don't have a proportion, that means it's not proportional. What does that mean? If you don't get this, that's fine. Non-proportional means if you buy 1 box for $2, 2 boxes should cost you what? $4. No, it's going to cost you $3.
Yeah,
So is that proportional?
no.
No. Your graph would be like this. Which I'm sure you've all seen, like, hey, if you buy 1, it's $5. But if you buy 2, I'll sell it for $8. And you're like, okay, fine, I'll buy 2. Right? They do give you a discount. You both are wearing Grinch onesies. Okay. It took me a minute. Okay, cool. All right. Back to math. Sorry about that. Distracted by the lime green in the back. Okay, what does the point 1, comma, blank? What number goes in the blank? 2. 1, comma, 2. What does it mean in the context of the problem? It is your unit rate, and it means what? Perfect. 1, comma, 2 means 1 box cost $2. Do you want to know the most common question asked on the state test? That. They want you to explain a point on a graph. So they might give you this point, or they might give you a random point like 5, 10. What does 5, 10 mean? Oh, 5 means 5 boxes is $10. So you have to, by the end of 3 weeks, learn how to read this. And you will, because it's pretty easy. Okay, what does the point 0, 0 mean in the context of the problem? Yes. 0 boxes. As ridiculous as the question is, why are you asking me about 0, 0? That's like the most simple thing with someone. Like, why would you even do that? They ask it all the time on the same test. And kids will lose points because they'll write nothing. It means nothing. I'm like, oh my God. Why would you do that to yourself? No, you have to like use the words that are in the story. 0 boxes cost $0. Okay? As simple as that might be, as like, why are you even asking me this? That's what they want you to tell. That's what they want you to type in. Don't just write nothing. Oh my God. Don't be that kid. Okay, what does the point, let's say, what do I want to do? 3, 6. 3, 6. What does 3, 6 mean in the context of the problem? Told you it was easy. 3 boxes cost $6. As easy as that might seem, as like, Miss Amelia, why are you asking me such simple questions? That's what they ask you. That's what they ask you. It's pretty easy. Are we okay? All right. To the next page. Remember, it would be if I gave you a worksheet, you would do front and back, right? You just did the front side. Now you're doing the back side. Well, technically, I didn't give you a note. Okay, what does it say? The cost of 4 notebooks is $10. What is the cost of 1 notebook? 1 notebook. Good. What number goes outside? 4. What number goes inside? 10. You divide. You divide. You divide. And we get 2.5. 2.5 what? Dollars per notebook. All right. What does your X stand for? What does your Y stand for? So we have, so you look at the numbers. 4 what? 4 math notebooks. So we're talking about notebooks. And then the 10 is money. So the two things that we're talking about is notebooks and money. So what is X? What is Y? Okay, so X is what? Yeah. Whatever you're finding one of, oh, I'm finding 1 notebook, that makes it your X. So whatever you're finding one of, that makes it your X. Whatever you're finding one of, that's your X. So this is notebook, which we write here. And where else should we write notebook? Right there, because this is your X. So this is also notebook. So notebook on your X. What is your Y? Money. All right. So I'm going to write notebook over here.
Isn't that supposed to be money?
Of course it is. Of course it is. Just trying to see if you're paying attention. Wow, that's horrible writing. Sorry about that. I was writing it. Okay. Super hard question. If I buy 0 notebooks, how much is it going to cost me? $0. 1 notebook? 2 what? 0.5. 2 notebooks. Good. What do I keep adding? I'm keep adding 250. So whatever your unit rate is, you just keep adding by 250, by 250, by 250. But wait! I skipped the bottom. Don't get tricked. Don't get tricked. So what's 2 And then 5 plus 250. And don't confuse the children. Alright. Alright. So, what goes next to the 2? 0.5?
Yeah. It goes next to the 2.
0.5? That's 50 cents.
Yeah, right here. It's next to the 2.
What goes... Wow. On X, what goes next to the value of 2?
Oh, I thought you meant like the number, like right there.
No. Pay attention. 5. 3.
7.5.
4. 5.
12.5.
6.
15.
8. 20. You know the easiest way to get that one? How do I go from 4 to 8? How do I go from 4 to 8? Times 2. So 4, pay attention because when it gets harder, these shortcuts are actually pretty easy. So even though you're really good at solving these, this shortcut will help you later. Pick like a pair that you know. I know that 4 times 2 is going to give me to 8, right? So I take this answer and I multiply it by 2. And that will give me that answer. Because it's proportional. So if this is 4 times 2 is 8, then 10 times 2 gives me that answer. So if you don't want to deal with, what do I, 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5 plus 2.5, you can do this. All right. Now, your X, what am I going to go up by? 1. So go up by 1s. What am I going to go up on my Y's?
2.5.
2.5. So your Y's are going to go up by 2.5. $53 over there and 55 is right here. Close this done. Now, careful on the Y. Because we skipped 7, right? So you don't want to skip 7. You don't want to skip 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Now your Y's. Your Y's, we're going to use these numbers. Okay? Now, if this is in order, you just copy it. If they're not in order, you got to do some math. So basically from here, I can copy it, right? Because they're in order. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So this is 0. This one is 2.5. This one is 5. This one is 7.5. I'm just copying my table. 10, 12.5, 15. Thank you. Now, 15. Do I go and write 20? No. What am I missing? 17.5. So 17.5, then 20. What's 20 plus 2.5? 22.5. Okay? So on Y, I go up by my unit rate. I count by 2.5. I count by 2.5. All right. Now graph it. My first dot is at 0, 0. Then 1, 2.5, 2, 5, 3, 7.5, 4, 10, 5, 12.5. Where am I getting these dots? It's this. 2, 5, 2, 5, 10, 4, 10, 4, 10. So I'm using this table to graph. These are my ordered pairs. Just like if you were to get to graph a graphing worksheet, they would look like this, and then you would plot them. The same thing. 6, 15, 7. I guess I should pass out rulers. It's more interesting. It should be a straight line. All right. What does 0, 0 mean?
0 notebooks for 0 fun.
Nice. And go back and make a straight line for the other ones you did. You can extend your line, right? Once you have a ruler, you can make the line longer. So you have a ruler. Do I just stop right here? No. If you have a ruler, Ava, you can like keep going and put an arrow at the end, meaning my dots stopped, but does that mean that this stopped? No. Could you technically buy 100 notebooks? Yeah. So even though my graph stops here or whatever, this arrow means it goes on forever. Just because I stopped doesn't mean you get to stop. The graph, that is. All right. And go back and connect this one. The cereal boxes. Cereal boxes. And that one. All right. What does the point 1, comma?
2.
No.
2.5.
2.5 mean in the context of the problem? What does 1, 2.5 mean? Costs $2.50. Oh my God, where did that 0 come from? We never talked about it. Well, it's, 0.5 is 50 cents. What does the point 0, 0 mean in the context of the problem? 0 notebooks cost $0. Simple questions, but they're worth a lot on the test. What does the point? Pick a point. What's a good point?
3,
10.
no,
3, 6. Wrong one.
3, 7.5.
3. Trying not to die. Trying not to die. Any questions?
No.
Cool. Ooh. Let me make it. Okay. We're going to start this one, but we're not going to finish it. Or maybe we will finish it. I don't know. Page 5. Page 5. Okay. The cost of 6 pounds of apples is $3. What is the cost per pound? Is it $2 per too into stuff because if you made a mistake, you don't want to fill in a table and make it all wrong, right? So let's pause for a second. Some of you do have it right. Some of you have seen got it wrong, but I didn't tell you got it wrong. So listen up. Okay. What is the cost per pound? I have 6 pounds. 6 pounds, and it only cost me $3. So does your answer make sense? No, it does not. Which means you plugged in the numbers wrong. It's very easy for us to do this. It's very easy to do this. But that would be wrong. So if you did this, you did it wrong. Why? Okay? So, it says, I can't emphasize this enough. Per pound means per 1 pound, right? There's a 1 here, right? So, whatever you're finding one of, that goes outside the division box. That is your X. So what are we solving 1 of? 1 pound. So that means that this is pound, if I could write it correctly. That says pound, all right, guys? Don't judge. So X will be your pounds. Why is X my pounds? Because I'm finding 1 of it. Whatever you're finding 1 of, that goes outside. So which number represents pounds? 6. That means that 6 goes outside because you're finding 1 of it. Whatever you're finding 1 of, pounds, it goes outside. The 3 is money, so it goes inside. So that means that this is money. It's very easy for kids to put the 3 outside. It makes the math a lot easier. I get it, but it's not true. So divide this. Uh-oh, I can't. So that means it's decimal, zeros, and zeros. So what's my unit rate? Money per pound. And this, the correct division is 6 outside and 3 inside, right? And X is pounds, which abbreviates to LBS, and Y is my money. So that means it's 50 cents per pound. So if you don't plug in the numbers correct, everything is wrong. All right. See how much you can do without me. Go up by 50 cents. Be careful on the last one. I skipped. Yeah, you grab what you can. You graph what you can. If they don't fit, you don't graph them. All right, who wants to go on a very long mission?
Me. I'm in. This is a short mission. Very long mission. 62 and 64. Kindergarten. No se pierdan. I quit. Very long. Don't get lost, Adrian. I'm supervising. I need my binoculars. Miss Lamel's binoculars. Have you guys ever used binoculars? Where have you used binoculars? The store?
It's shocking.
All right. What? I know. All right. Mia's gonna give you the homework in Miss. Who? Emily? Last name? Damn, right here. Thank you. Sorry. My bad.
That's crazy. Thank you.
You guys made it?
I don't know.
Mia.
2 minutes still.